My name is Anna. I am 29 years old, and this story happened 4 years ago in Manchester, England. At that time, I was happy. I had a job, good friends, and a small flat. Life was simple, but it was enough. One rainy afternoon, I went to repair my laptop at a tiny shop. That is where I met James. He was fixing phones and computers. He smiled kindly and asked me about my day. His voice was warm, and I found myself smiling back. Before I left, he gave me his number. "In case you ever need help," he said. That evening, I called him, and from that call, everything began. James and I started speaking every day. We asked each other about life, about dreams, about family. We discovered many things in common. After 2 weeks, we went for a walk. We spoke for hours. He told me he lived alone, and his parents were far away. I felt safe with him. Slowly, I started to care for him more deeply. Soon, we became a couple. We watched the films together, cooked the dinners, laughed often. James didn't have much money, but that didn't matter to me. What mattered was that I was happy. After 6 months, he asked me to move in with him. I said yes. I left my small flat, and we began our life together. For a time, it was wonderful. I thought he might be the man I would spend my life with. But then, things changed. He came home late. He stopped smiling. He looked at his phone more than he looked at me. I felt him slipping away, even though he was right beside me. One morning, I felt unwell. After days of sickness, I bought a test. The result was clear. I was pregnant. I sat on my bed, my hands shaking. I cried, afraid and uncertain, but also strangely happy. That evening, I told James. His reaction broke my heart. He put his head in his hands and whispered, "I can't do this." Days later, he left me. A short message was all he gave me. "I'm sorry. This is not what I want." I was alone. But I had to be strong. I found a small room to rent. I worked. I saved. I prepared for the baby. I went to the doctor alone, where I heard the heartbeat for the first time. That sound gave me courage. I whispered, "I will never leave you." Months passed. I struggled, but I endured. And then, one night, after hours of pain, I heard the sweetest sound, a baby's cry. I held my son in my arms. He was small, warm, and perfect. I named him Oliver. From that moment, I was not alone. I was a mother. The days were hard, the nights were long. But every time I looked at Oliver's little face, I felt strong. His laugh, his smile, his tiny hands, all of it reminded me that love can grow from pain. Years passed. Oliver grew. He took his first steps, said his first words. We went to the park together. He ran, he laughed, and I knew every struggle had been worth it. One day, James called me. He said he was sorry. He said he wanted to be part of Oliver's life. My heart remembered the pain, but I had moved on. I told him, "Oliver is happy. He is safe. And that is enough." And it was true. I didn't need James anymore. I had Oliver. My son was my family, my joy and my strength. My dear learners, this story of Anna and Oliver is not just about sadness, but about strength, courage and love. Through it, you've learned phrases for expressing emotions such as, I can't do this, or I will never leave you. You've also seen how we can describe daily life, from cooking dinner to raising a child. These words are not only vocabulary, they are life itself put into English. Remember, when you learn English through real stories, the language stays with you longer because it is tied to feeling. Thank you for listening. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and share. And join me again for more stories where life and language meet. Until next time, my dear learners, take care.